I'm creating a 2D top-down, spell-making, monster-slaying, dungeon-exploring roguelike. Hi, my name's Delights, and I am a broke game developer. And in this video, I wanted to share the game that I've been working on for the past few weeks. I got the idea for the game after competing in a game jam 2 months ago. In that game jam, I made a game that had something to do with trading cards and an egg. Anyway, after the game jam, I wanted to try and make a game that had a drag and drop playing card mechanic. So I started brainstorming ideas in a sketchbook and came up with something that I thought would be very simple and easy to create. I was wrong. So wrong. The goal of this game is to collect spell cards, and by combining different effects from different spell cards, the player can create stronger, cooler, and sometimes totally broken spells to survive dungeons. So with a very basic idea in mind, I loaded up Unity and started working on the game. But before working on that spellcasting system, I wanted to get the player movement out of the way. So I created this very simple 2D top-down movement script and slapped it onto a beam. Boom! Player movement done. Now, instead of working on the spellcasting system, I decided to work on the game art instead. Why? Because I can. Because I can. So after spending way too much time on the temporary art, this is what I got done. A player sprite with walking animations, casting animation, a dungeon tile set, and a slime enemy. After that, I finally started working on the spellcasting mechanic. Time flew by, and surprise surprise, it was not a simple game mechanic. So how it works is that there are 3 card slots for spell cards, and when the player finds a card, a prompt would ask the player which slot to assign that card to. When the player tries to cast a spell, the game would just combine all the spell card stats and show it in the debug. Now there's still one small issue. The player can't actually cast spells yet. Now, to fix this issue, I did some research. I found out about dictionaries. As the name states, dictionaries in your game's code work the same as real-life dictionaries. In real life, you look up a word and you get its definition, and in code, you look up a key and you get its value. As an example, if I have a fire card and a trap card, the game will look through the spells dictionary and use those 2 keys to cast the correct spell. So, what happened after I implemented it into the game? Well, I didn't. I spent a whole week and a half working on this game mechanic that doesn't even work properly. And I know what you're probably thinking. Don't game mechanics take way longer to make? Shush. I know people say that game development is hard, but damn, it's annoying. After failing to make a game mechanic, I started working on some more art, mainly different tile sets and how I could use them. And while I was away, I had so many ideas I wanted to implement. All the different enemies, all the different combinations of spells that the player could cast, different level ideas, song ideas, boss ideas. I had so many ideas for the game that I was slowly getting more motivated to actually make the game. And when I finally got back, half of my motivation gone. I didn't finish making the main mechanic of the game. So what did I do? I decided to add an enemy AI to the game. Yep, that's right, enemy AI, not the main mechanic of the game. Anyways, here's how the enemy AI works. It actually just uses a 2D nav mesh system that I saw on YouTube. So it just has some simple values in a script like speed, health, and a transform target for it to follow, which is pretty cool. I got enemies in the game, and it only took 3 days. After that, I decided to remake the spellcasting system from scratch. Using the information I learned from making it the first time, this is how the new spellcasting system works. The player is given 5 slots to put cards in, and depending on the order the player places the cards in the slot, will result in a type of spell the player casts. So if the player puts a fire card and then a projectile card, the player will cast a type of fireball. And if the player puts a projectile card and then a fire card, then they will cast a type of flamethrower spell. And using this system allows me to create new spells super easily. All I have to do is type in a key and make a game object and add them to the dictionary. So here's the current state of the game. The spellcasting system works how I wanted it to, but there is currently only 2 spells that the player can cast. So if you have any cool spell ideas, leave them in the comments, or you can also join my Discord and leave your ideas. If you'd like to share your own game development journey, there will be a dedicated channel for that as well as many other dedicated channels. The link for the Discord will be in the description below. My goals for the next devlog will be adding more spells and different spell behavior to the game, as well as more enemies, better environment art, and the heavy hit of game development, sound.